My ambitious and responsible Capricorn friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. In Capricorn, you carry a quiet weight this week, a sense that something is beginning but it's wrapped in uncertainty. There's a tension between your desire for stability and the subtle itch for change. It might feel like you're standing at the edge of a freshly tilled garden, seeds in your pocket, but unsure if the season is right to plant. Deep down, a longing for reassurance pulses beneath the surface. You want to trust that what you invest in now will take root, but the ground feels oddly unfamiliar. Perhaps the past few weeks have asked more of you than you expected, or maybe it's that unspoken question, what if I step forward and nothing grows? That lingers in the back of your mind. You are not lost, but you are not quite found either. This is the hush before the first word is spoken, the pause before your hand reaches out. It's a moment charged with potential, but also colored by the fear that potential might not be enough. Still, underneath it all, there is a quiet hope. You are ready to begin again, even if you don't have the whole map drawn out yet. Your inner state right now is shaped by the energy of the Ace of Pentacles. This card doesn't shout, it whispers of beginnings, of the first tangible signs that something new can be created. For you, this shows up as a subtle restlessness, a desire to make something real from all the ideas and plans swirling in your mind. Maybe you're feeling the urge to reset your foundations, work, home, health, or relationships, and start fresh, but you are careful not to rush. The feeling is almost physical, as if your hands want to touch what isn't there yet. There is excitement, but it's muted by the awareness of all that could go wrong. You may notice yourself scanning for proof before committing, wanting evidence that the timing is right. Yet, beneath your caution, there is also a deep, quiet confidence. You know you're capable, even if you don't have every answer lined up. This week you might find yourself savoring small signs, a conversation that feels promising, a new idea that sticks in your mind, or a moment of clarity about what you need next. There's pleasure in these beginnings, even if they ask you to be patient. You may hold back from celebrating, worried that you'll jinx what's still fragile, but your heart beats a little faster when you imagine what could come from this. The hope is real even if you don't announce it. At the same time, there's a vulnerability in this stage. You might feel exposed, protective of your plans, uncertain about how much to reveal to others. You sense that this is a moment to ground yourself, to listen closely to what you truly want, and to honor the delicate balance between hope and realism. This is not a time for grand gestures, it's a time for quiet commitment. You stand at the threshold, considering your next move with the steady patience that is so much a part of you. The mood is not one of urgency, but of readiness, a willingness to begin, to nurture something from seed to sprout, even if you can't see the whole path ahead. From this inner state, a natural path opens up before you. The desire to build something lasting, to make your intentions real, gives rise to a quiet drive to seek meaning in solitude. Your heart wants reassurance, but your mind knows you need space to clarify your next step. This is how your longing for certainty creates a space for reflection, and how your careful hope sets the stage for deeper understanding. On your path this week, the hermit appears, not as an escape but as a deliberate pause. This is a time when outside pressures might fade into the background, even if only for a moment. You might notice a pull to step back, to carve out time for yourself, to listen to your own thoughts without the noise of expectation. The world around you may still be moving fast, but you find yourself craving quiet. There is momentum here, but it's turned inward. You feel the tension between wanting to connect and needing to withdraw, between answering others and answering yourself. Perhaps friends or colleagues are looking to you for guidance, or maybe there are family demands that swirl just beyond your reach. Yet something in you insists on slowing down. You sense that jumping ahead would only muddy the waters. There is friction, too, a gentle pressure that comes from resisting the urge to act before you are ready. You might feel restless, impatient with your own need for solitude, or worried that you're falling behind. But as you allow yourself to pause, clarity begins to gather at the edges. You notice the questions that matter most. What do I want to build? What truly matters to me now? The hermit's energy supports you in honoring your own pace, even if it means disappointing others or setting boundaries you're not used to holding. This week, the path is not about flashy progress or quick wins. It's about letting yourself be guided by your own quiet wisdom, trusting that what emerges from stillness will be worth tending. The pressures of the outside world may push you to decide to commit to move, but you recognize that your best choices come when you listen deeply, when you give yourself permission to gather strength in silence. Your solitude is not loneliness, it's the fertile ground where your next steps will take root. The invitation of this week's potential is shaped by your willingness to engage with what arises. The promise of growth and fulfillment exists, but only if you meet this moment with honesty and presence. The seeds you plant now will only grow if you tend them with care, not just hope. Your potential, illuminated by the Ten of Cups, is not about outward achievement, but about the quiet joy that comes from authentic connection, both with yourself and with those you choose to let in. There is an invitation here to experience a sense of belonging that feels earned, not given. If you meet this week's pauses and uncertainties with curiosity instead of anxiety, you create space for genuine contentment. This is not a promise of everything falling perfectly into place. Instead, it's the possibility of a deeper harmony, a sense of being at home in your own life. You may notice small moments of warmth, a shared laugh, a thoughtful gesture, a comforting silence, that remind you of what really matters. The Ten of Cups doesn't ask for perfection, it invites you to recognize the beauty in what is already present. As you honor your need for reflection and trust the timing of new beginnings, you may find that what once felt distant, a sense of peace or true togetherness, draws closer. The path becomes less about proving yourself and more about appreciating the connections that have stood the test of time. Growth, this week, looks like opening your heart just a little more, allowing yourself to feel the fullness of what is here and letting that fullness guide your next steps. In this space, satisfaction grows not from ticking off goals, but from savoring the quiet joys that come when you're honest with yourself and those you care about. As the week unfolds, the story of these three cards weaves together into a gentle, cohesive whole. You began with the delicate hope of the Ace of Pentacles, a readiness to invest, to begin, to trust in new possibilities. The Hermit guided you to honor your own pace, to step back and remember that wisdom is found in quiet moments. And the Ten of Cups revealed that your greatest potential is not in what you accomplish alone, but in how you allow yourself to belong to yourself and to others. There is a calm resolution in this journey. The tension you carried at the start gives way to a quieter confidence, a sense that you are exactly where you need to be, even if everything isn't clear yet. You find reassurance not in guarantees, but in the steady rhythm of your own choices. This week you are invited to trust the process, to let your actions be shaped by both hope and realism, and to remember that fulfillment often arrives when you stop looking for it. There is no rush. There is only the gentle unfolding of what is meant for you, one conscious moment at a time. And as you move through both solitude and connection, you find your center, not in grand gestures, but in the quiet knowledge that you are enough, just as you are. Actionable insights for Capricorn this week. Let yourself linger in moments of quiet before making a decision. Try sharing one honest thought with someone you trust without expecting a solution. Notice the comfort in small routines and let them settle you when uncertainty rises. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I honor the quiet strength within me. My pace is steady and true to myself. Each pause brings me closer to what matters. I am at home in my own life. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.